Hello, Courtney with Ginger Knots back again for another round of how I am improving my photography. A little bit of backstory. Photography is my least favorite part of having a yarn business, and writing patterns is taking that product photography after I have finished writing the pattern. It is a huge source of dread for me. I hate doing it, don't want to do it, but I figure the best way to get better at it is to learn from some other people who are really good at it. Part one of this video series was about concept photography and using my phone to use different editing apps, and Photoshop being a main one of them, to come up with a creative concept for a photo. So I'll show you that here. So this is part two, and this time I want to transition things over to my flat lays. I want to have a better strategy with my Instagram posts, which includes some pictures of me, but also some pictures of just my project, and my flat lays are questionable at best at this time. So that is what we're going to focus on today. Now, for this project, I'm partnering with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community. It's a platform that's full of people that are either creatives or the best in their industry. So I am using Skillshare. I'm watching videos. Today I watched a few videos on flat lays. I'll show you which one I found to be the most helpful, and taking what I'm learning in those Skillshare courses and implementing it into these videos today. A little bit more about Skillshare. As I mentioned, it's an online learning community. You can find classes from things like photography, which is what I'm focusing on, but also things like crochet, knitting, anything to do with search engine optimization or posting on social media, which is another great thing that I'll probably be using the platform for. It's really fantastic for creatives like us who are maybe trying to improve their skills outside of just yarn. The first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description of this video will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium, and then you can go take a look at the classes I used in my first video, this video, and then anything else that you want to learn. Let's take a look at the Skillshare platform. The video I used is by Tabitha Park. It's called Textured Toast. It is about doing dramatic side-lit photography. So she shows you how to set up your photo, how to frame the shot, how to adjust your lighting to get those dramatic shadows that you need. So I thought that would be really cool for my yarn concept I will show you the picture at the end. You can also see other finished product by other makers, so you can see how well they have learned from this particular class. Lots of other topics to search for as well, so I'm just going to type in knitting here to show you the other topics there. Now, this subscription, if you don't use the free trial, after the free trial, it's less than $10 a month if you get the annual subscription. Definitely worth checking out. So this is where I normally record YouTube videos, so I need to make sure it's prepared and cleaned off. I'm using a white fuzzy blanket for my background so that it has a lot of texture that contrasts with the yarn really well. And then I have a piece of older white foam board. I won't use it as a background just because I've had it for a long time. So I'm using it to bounce a little bit more light so that it's not only coming from one source, but that is part of the class, is making sure that your main light source is a diffused natural light. So thankfully I have a lot of snow outside, so it's bringing in a lot of really natural brightness. And I am narrowing it down. You can see throughout this video, I'm adjusting the blinds that cover that window to be more open, more narrow, so that I have either a short amount of light or I have some overhead lighting because I've opened up the blinds. Just making some adjustments to take a lot of pictures. I took about 50 total because once I'm done taking photos, I really don't like to come back and have to do it again. I'd rather have too many than not enough. So between tucking in the ends, leaving them out, making sure I have a nice amount of white above and below. I could always do this in Photoshop like I did with the concept photography photo, but I really wanted to try to make this as easy as possible for me, showing you how approachable this topic is, so you don't have to know how to do a lot of really different and cool things. So as you can see, just adjusting the yarn balls, and this project is actually an intarsia knitting project. So rather than carrying the yarn across the project as the colors change, I have balls separated, and I thought that would really be a cool concept for this photo. Here is the before editing, and here's what it looks like after it's edited. Please let me know what you think and subscribe for more.